MBEnclosures has his own YouTube channel, and this guy is an animal when it comes to designing boxes.
Unbelievable. I couldn't even believe that there was 2 8s in there.
This guy right here is doing something special.
I welcome y'all to MBE. What you about to see, box building in a different league. In this SQL scene, believe that money ain't a thing when it comes to his kings. Now that's fact, not fiction. Call 44694 48 then 18. Don't matter, you got 4 8s or 1 8 or anything between. He got what you need.
This is my crew. This is my gang. These are my kings.
Hey, welcome to the channel. Let's do a little breakdown, Ray. Look at you know what this is, baby. Yeah, this is the MBE Wall of Kings. Wall of Kings. Let's talk about it. Let me set this phone right here. So y'all can see a lot of time people have asked me, MBE, name all your kings. I see in the comments. This is the king wall. So whatever angle I might have in the camera, I show you inside the build house. Stop the video, boom, click, you can see exactly what's on the king wall. The king wall consists of 10 kings. I did not know I had that many kings. I thought I had 6, for real. Well, actually, I put it all together, and somebody had pairs in. I wanted to put up there as a pair. I realized I had 10. That's woo-wee. That's a lot of kings. So each and every last one of these kings, I did a score of 140 and more. 140 or more on music. Never burping. 140 or more on music inside of a truck application, which is more like a mid-size SUV truck, 4-door crew cab truck. With a wattage, I've always used a wattage from 15 to 2,500 watts. They all have different various price points, but the average price point of the king that I have found is close to that $300 mark. Those are the 8s that can play the lows with authority and survive and be able to do it with a power between 1,500 to 2,500 watts. Most need the 2,500 watts, but let me quantify something. With my scores that I'm doing a 140 and more with, that's all I'm doing for them to achieve a certain goal. These kings could get a louder score, possibly on music, with even more power being applied to them. 2,500 watts. At the impedance rise, I'm getting on any given song, because any song is going to vary how much wattage actually make it to the woofers. With 2,500 watts, I'm getting maybe, let's say 1,900 to actually make it to the drivers. Because I'm playing low bass, so I'm losing a lot. Even with a 320 amp alternator, a 2 runs of 1 amp power going back to the amp. With all my electrical views I showed you, I'm still having impedance loss. I don't pull out the SMD tool to see what was actually making it to the sub, because on different songs, different wattage is going to make it to the sub. And then each driver, because of how the soft parts are construed, I'm not testing one driver. See, that the SMD device is needed for those who are burping, so they can see how much driver is actually making it to, how much wattage actually making it to the driver on that frequency. I'm not doing that, so that doesn't serve any purpose. I just know for sure my amp does rate it, and after everything is said and done, even with impedance loss, I'm getting close to 2,000 watts actually making it to the drivers. Hopefully, I'm saying 19, worst case scenario 1750 actually make it to the drivers. With that much power inside my cabin, and a 2 to 2.5 cube box varies, different kings can achieve a score of 140 or more. Some can do it in real small boxes and surprisingly low as well. Some can do it in a small box as well, but still they be under 135 dB. All these drivers up here have metered under 35. Some in the 30s, some at 31 and very high, 141. I think he did a 140 at 30 hertz as well. All of them play low. Mind you, 20 hertz is how low as you can hear. After that, it's just feeling it. These drivers only playing 20 hertz higher than what you can audibly hear in the meter can actually record. They're different price points. I'm gonna break down as we walk through them, starting from the bottom. In no particular order. I'm just starting at the bottom, and some I have pairs with. The recent addition would be the DB Drive G5 8, especially with this new TS parameters. He is the last one to make it in as of today, and the timestamps in the video. The Cosmic Audio EP 900 watts. Both of these are 900 watts. The Digital Design 608F, 1000 watts. The DC Audio M48, 800 watts. 800 watts. This driver here is very optimized for small box performance. I'm going to revisit. I think I can do even better score with him and put him in a smaller box. He as well. They love small, very small boxes. He holds a score in the smallest box as of now, 2 cubes, 141 dB at 31 hertz. This is the Euphoria Audio EWX8 NCF. All these subwoofers, links to them will be in the video description so you can read up further on them from the manufacturer. I sell all of them as well, except for the Massive. I do not sell the Massive Audio Hippo 84 XR, which recently got his king status. And like I say, people could probably do even more than what I'm actually doing if they just dwell in, get into their electrical, get into their box design, and get into the application. But these subwoofers for sure, MBEnclosures can get you right. For sure, you can start at 140, for sure. B2 Audio Rampage 8. This is honorary. This was not in production, so I actually only have 9 in production. The kicker is always going to be it's always going to be on my wall, no matter where I go, how far I go. The kicker subs have a special place in my heart. They also, arguably, some people feel, are actually the number 1/8. All factors being considered. He is the only driver that is 500 watts. 500 watts. RMS per. And did his score on 1500 watts at 33 hertz. The smallest wattage. But he does have the biggest cone. However, he's no longer in production. But he's always honorary gonna have that king title. It's just I'm a kick boy. I might be in a lot of the other camps that I've created, but I'm a kick boy. And we all had to be kick boys. Because without him,
He the reason.
he the reason for the existence of everything you see here. Why you say that, MB? If Steve Harvey hadn't decided to put cardio inside a car, there would be no other cardio companies here. So the birthplace of all of them. And if he is the last, but I don't think so. He's the originator. Now, okay, we did this one. Now the DB Drive G78, aka affectionately called King Kong. Bow down to no one. King Kong, a lot of y'all in that DB Drive camp, I know it. And speaking of DB Drive, when you look at the wall, yes, DB Drive, of these 10, he commands 30% of the market. Of these 10, he commands 30% of the market. Yes. 1, 2, 3. DB Research Group. I advise you to check out their products. Forget what the naysayers say. You done heard it. You done seen it. Some of y'all I done did videos, not on this one, but I done did videos on when they hear the Euphoria Audio, when they hear the G7. It's a testimony. And then he turned in his score. 30% of the kings is DB Drive, DB Research Group. Fat and That Fiction. And lastly, even though I feel he is the ruler over them all, the 2508, DD 2508, I believe he is the ruler over all this period. Overall, he is the one. Godzilla. As a company, this is the king. But when you look at it from the 30%, he only got 2. He only has 2. The 608 and the 2508. 20% of the market. Something to look at. Everybody else, a 1% stake. It is what it is. If you need a driver If you need a box for any of these marvelous 8s, MBE Kings, get at me at 404-694-4818. And as always, please listen responsibly. Y'all be blessed. Who we gonna add in the future?